How's it going, guys? I'm out here finishing up my day of fishing. Was out catfishing all night, and I wanted to show you a few differences on a few catfish reels and rods. Now I know a lot of you guys are just starting to get into catfishing and you don't really know all the different reels and what the purpose of the reels are. So I'm going to show you, this is your standard traditional spinning reel. It has a drag on the front and that's pretty much it. This drag adjusts the washers inside, which allows the line to pull. Now once you get that drag set on these reels, you really want to leave it alone. You want to set your drag at 20% of what your line is. That way you have the least chance of breaking your line on a fish. Now, a lot of people talk about bait running reels. Now, a bait runner is basically a spinning reel. There's your bait runner. Now, the big difference on the bait runner is that it has this lever here on the back, and then it's got a dial on the back also. What this lever does is it allows this line to come off the spool with no tension. You basically flip this lever up, and now this line can come off real easily. And you can adjust how easy it comes off by turning this dial on the back. It makes it harder or easier depending on which way you go. Now, as soon as you start reeling, that lever will flip back down, which will engage this front drag. Now this front drag, once you get it set up, like I said before, you just leave it alone. You never touch this front drag once you have it set up for the line that you're running. The biggest plus to a bait running reel like this is that you can cast your line out wherever you're fishing, let it sit there, put this in a rod holder, flip the level or the bait feeder up, a fish hits it, it can just start pulling line. You don't have to worry about your rod getting snatched out of the rod holder. Another nice thing with a bait runner is you can run live bait on the rod. Like I run a slip sinker like this, which allows the bait to move around freely and swim around, and that way the bigger fish that you're fishing for can chase that bait down and grab it and run, and then allows you to get time to get the rod set to set that hook. Now also what you want to do is you want to pick the right size reel for where you're fishing. Like me in a kayak, I really don't need a big reel, so I usually go with the 2000s, 3000s, and 4000s. This is a 4000. It's a little big for fishing out of a kayak. All it is a line capacity. Now I run 50-pound braid on here, and for me that's plenty. Now if you're fishing off the bank, you're going to want to get maybe 60-pound braid and go up on a reel size. Go to like the 4, 5, or 6,000. That allows you to cast out further. You're also going to want to go with a longer rod. This is a 7-foot KASTKING rod, and this rod is great for the kayak. It's a very, very pliable rod. It allows me to, pull the fish out from under the boat or whatever they want to do. But if you're fishing off the bank, you're going to want a rod that's a little longer, maybe an 8-foot, 9-foot, even depending on the area you have around you. If you're fishing off the beach, I'd go with a 12-foot, and that way you can really get it out there. But anyway, I hope that helps you guys to decide what reel you want to get. This is the KASTKING Sharky 4000, sorry. And you guys have a great week, and we'll see you next time.